why am I offering this workshop? Very big welcome to you. I'm offering it because recently loads of people, loads of you lovely mamas have asked me how to relax and feel calmer as a working mum when life is so busy. We just feel like we're just going all the time at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And also I've been asked a lot about how I manage to, I think I've got a slide on this actually. How I managed to wangle my solo mum trip to Mauritius earlier this year, and also how we ended up moving so quickly and manifesting our dream home of land in 2 months last year. So basically, this is my journey from being a really frazzled, overwhelmed, stressy mum who had no time for fun, always telling my kids, no, wait a minute, to being the unshakable mama. And it is all very much about your calm and your regulated nervous system. So when you feel calm in life, you're able to actually regulate your emotions, navigate the inevitable challenges of life, life's ups and downs. And your calm nervous system is intrinsically linked to being able to see new opportunities in life, living your best life every day, and actually making your dreams come true. So your calm, I'm going to say it again, your calm and regulated nervous system is intrinsically linked with your ability to live your best life every day and move your dreams closer to reality. And later on, I'll explain as well, like how this impacts obviously your children as well. So I'm going to aim to keep this workshop to about 45 minutes, but I'll see how I go, because this is the first time I've actually done this particular workshop. As I said, if you leave any questions in the chat box, and I'll answer at the end. And if you do need to leave early, then just go. That's absolutely fine. I understand that you are busy and you've got life to do, life to lead. And I'll just touch base with you and send you the replay so you can catch up and watch the end of it. So what you're going to learn during the workshop, you're going to learn the importance of relaxation, feeling calm, nervous system regulation for yourself and your family. You're going to learn some mindset shifts to overcome the overwhelm of working life. So this isn't a specific section in the presentation in this workshop. It's sprinkled throughout the workshop, because mindset is key. There's a saying that living life, running a business, living your best life, manifesting dreams, whatever, it's 80% mindset and 20% strategy. So it's very much mindset based. You're going to learn how to relax and where to relax guilt-free, even if your kids are around. And I'm going to teach you some of my guilt-free, guilt-free, my guilt-free go-to mindfulness exercises. And I just wonder, sorry, I've just had another message. Okay. I just had to see if people try to join. Where was I? Yes, my go-to simple mindfulness practices, even on the craziest days, and especially on the craziest days. The days that feel the most hectic and the most stressful are the days that you really need to draw on these practices. And they only take a couple of minutes. And that's the beauty of them, is that you can integrate them into your day, little and often, to create sustainable, it says down here, sustainable new habits to move closer to manifesting your dreams. Because at the end of the day, we're all here to live our happiest, healthiest lives. And what's the point feeling stuck and overwhelmed and feeling completely out of control? Like I used to. I was constantly wanting to slow down time and backpedal. So you're in the right place. And if you're a frazzled working mum who has a constant niggle that there's something more in life waiting for you, maybe you've just got no idea whatsoever how to achieve it, where to even start. If you feel lazy or selfish, if you need to rest, even though your body says you need to, If you feel guilty for spending time and money on yourself, this is a really, really common, what's the word? Issue, like obstacle, if you like, for us mums, mums in general, and working mums. You know, even though we're earning money, we still don't feel like we can spend it on ourselves. This is for you if you're fed up with rushing around in life, never being able to get a moment to breathe, and feeling just really disconnected with life and those around you, feeling like you're living life on autopilot and not really being present in your own life. And if you're anything like me, you wake up exhausted, wondering how you're going to juggle the day. If any of these resonate, I would love to hear in the chat. If I can even see the chat, I don't even know how to see the chat. But yeah, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll see if I can see it. And basically you're just ready to get out of Groundhog Day. So you're going to learn a lot in this workshop to help you on your journey to a relaxed and calm mama who's in control of your life. I'm going to share with you at the end, and you'll have the opportunity to find out about how you can really truly integrate this mindfulness and mindset into your routine, into your daily routine, to move closer to what your heart desires, and also role modeling to your children to get from life and to achieve in life what they really desire, and also the importance of rest and relaxation. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to hear about my 8-week program, which is Unshakeable Mama, a mindful journey to abundance and freedom. I really love these sayings. Okay, there's life outside motherhood. You're always a mum, but not only a mum, and you'll never be this young again. And you can have it all. And I say you can have it all. I'm not saying you can have it necessarily all at once. However, the relaxed and calm mama trusts the process and the journey. And she lives with intention, and knows how to go with the flow and navigate the ebbs and flows of life. Have you, by the way, have you downloaded your workbook? Because this is one of the first questions actually in the workbook is which one of those resonates with you most. For me, it was "you'll never be this young again." That really struck a chord when I heard that expression for the first time. So you have got an accompanying workbook, like a journal workbook for this workshop. So please do take some time to journal on the questions as we go, if you've got the workbook to hand. I highly recommend that you go back through it and reflect a bit deeper afterwards, and just really feel into what's going on in your life, because awareness of what's going on in your life is really, really key to feeling in control and getting off that autopilot, getting off that hamster wheel. So you're still here so far, but just to say that this workshop probably isn't for you if you're not self-aware, and you're not aware at all at the moment how your thoughts and your actions can impact yourself, others, and your children, especially your children. There's a chat there. Amazing. I can see the chat. That's great. Thank you so much. And you said, I think the spending time and money on myself without feeling guilty is still an issue. I'm a bit better with doing things for myself during my working hours, that I should actually spend with work. I should spend with work here. But I'd love to have guilt-free me time throughout the week. Yeah. So it is a practice. It is definitely a practice, and it's a mindset thing that we have to train our minds to know that it's okay to spend time on ourselves. And these practices I'm going to share with you tonight are a really good starting point. This workshop's not for you if you're not ready to welcome any change in your life, even the smallest change. And because the smallest change has the greatest impact, because we're actually building new foundations to keep building and building and building. It's like building a new stairway to your growth. And if you're not willing to believe that you can actually have full control and responsibility over your life, and it's not right for you if you're not willing to commit to doing the work, if you're not willing to commit to practicing little and often throughout your day to soothe your nervous system and feel in control of your life, then you know where I am when you are ready. So yeah, if you do need to leave, then there's no hard feelings. And here's my contact details here. But good, you're still here. That's good. So let's practice. Let's do our first practice. Now, some of you here live and some of you watching on the replay already know this practice. It's one of my go-tos, but it is a really good one. I mean, the thing is repetition, because repetition actually is a really good way to create habits, new habits. So it's called Shake It Out. So we're just going to stand up. I invite you just to stand up. Oops, I'm tripping over stuff. And we're literally just going to shake it out. Shake it out. We're going to shake off all of the things from the day, all of the stress, all of the negative thoughts that we've had that we don't need. And we can do it as vigorously as we like. We can just shake our legs and our feet. We can shake our wrists. You can do this when you're sat in the traffic, jam. Just shake your wrists, wiggle your shoulders. Or you could take yourself off to the toilets at work if you're having a bad day. If you're having a bad day with kids, just take yourself into another room, or even do it in front of them. Just be like, oh, mum's having a bit of a shake. Just shake it out, and you don't even have to spend very long, but it's really energizing. It pumps fresh blood all around your body, just really shifts your energy. So nice deep breath. Just one tiny little practice that can make a really big difference in your days. So let me know how you feel now in the chat. Do you feel a bit more calm, free, energized, vigorized? And I feel lovely, amazing. Yeah, I feel quite energetic now. Full of energy. Maybe it's the wrong time of day to be energized, but anyway, at least it will get us through this presentation, this workshop. Yes, Katie, simple but effective, and that is the principle to all of my work. It is really simple. It is simple to calm yourself, but it's more about the commitment it takes, and actually staying on course and not beating yourself up if you go off track, and just recommitting. But the actual practices themselves are so simple. Yeah. So I'm gonna just set some intentions. Again, this is in your workbook. Why have you chosen to join this workshop? Like, there must be a reason where you're at a current point in your life that has made you want to join tonight. Can you let me know, ladies, if you've got your workbook and if you are using them as we go? Because if you are, then I will actually, I can't actually see you. So if you, yeah, just let me know if you're using the workbooks, because I can give you a little bit of extra time to write. But if you're going to go back through them afterwards, then I'll just keep going. Okay. If you want to set an intention for this workshop, what do you want to take away from this workshop? What do you want to receive from it? And again, you can let me know in the chat if you feel inclined. So, yeah, that's great. Use the workbook now, but make some notes, and definitely go back through it in more detail afterwards. I think that's really, really worthwhile, because you can just do that in your own time and just sort of reflect and contemplate. Yeah, that's great. So I want to introduce you to the optimistic, frazzled working mum. She knows that she needs to make some changes in life, even though she knows she already has a really good life. And on the whole, she's really, really happy. But sometimes life just gets her down and she feels like she's out of control. She wants to feel calmer. She wants more control. She wants to get rid of that fight with the clock. She wants to get rid of that constant knot of anxiety in her stomach. She wants to wake up with excitement and not not dread like I used to. This is me. This is what I used to feel. Well, this whole thing is literally my journey. And yeah, so she knows that there's more waiting for her in life, and she's ready to find out where to start. Now, she's ready to commit to whatever time and money I need. And trust that whatever time and money I need will come my way. So basically, she's open to receiving. She's open to abundance. She's open to new opportunities. So what do you say here? I'm really self-aware, but I'm caught up in cycles when I'm reactive, dysregulated, and exhausted from my emotional states. And I desperately want to feel more in control and able to respond to stress more effectively and enjoy the day without that sense of dread. Okay, I hear you. I feel you. I remember those feelings very clearly. However, the good news is that I'm through that, and I'm not saying I don't have bad days, because I do, but I very much respond to what is going on, and I remember 99% of the time that I am the one in control of how I feel. Even when, people have said things to me, things happen, the kids need my help. I will tell you a bit more about my me in a minute, as we haven't met before, some of us. But yeah, there is light at the end of the end of the tunnel. So on the contrary, the relaxed and calm mama enjoys fun. She enjoys trying new things in life, and she just looks at the world from different perspectives, even if she finds it scary. Because there's that whole thing about stepping out of your comfort zone. Life begins outside of your comfort zone. And I've learned over the years that when I step out of my comfort zone, life just gets better and better and better. And sometimes it's even better than you could ever have imagined, because your mind at the time has no evidence at all what it could be like. In fact, your mind is telling you, no, don't do that thing. Don't do it. You'll die. It's trying to keep you in survival, not necessarily die. That might be a little bit severe, but it's trying to keep you safe. Whereas when you get your mind, body, and soul aligned, and your soul goes, yeah, go for it. And then suddenly it's like, oh, wow, I've got evidence now, mind, that actually it's really good. And the more you step out of your comfort zone, the more you can step out of your comfort zone, because your mind is sort of trained to understand that you're not gonna be unsafe necessarily. Nothing bad necessarily is going to happen. So the optimistic, frazzled working mum, okay, so I'm just going to do some comparisons here. She's got this gnawing feeling, and a sense of urgency that there's much more to life waiting for her, but doesn't know how to achieve it. Whereas the relaxed and calm working mum, she has clarity on what she wants in life. She knows what steps to take to bring it to reality, and she trusts it will happen when the time is right, and also feels a deep sense of gratitude for everything that she's already got, which is actually very law of attraction based. So the more you are grateful for what you have, the more you receive, the more you attract. So next one. So optimistic, frazzled working mum. She's had enough of running out of time, rushing around, feeling stretched too thin, feels like she's failing in her different roles as a woman. She feels like life is out of control. The relaxed and calm working mum continues to change her beliefs around time. And she completely changes her relationship with time. And I believe that time is actually, it doesn't actually exist. Time is actually a man-made concept. Now, some of you here, well, Kiki here live, and some of you watching the replay will have heard me say this before. I think I am on the best way to the relaxed, the relaxed and calm working mum, and you have a lot to do with that. Well, that's amazing to hear, and that's because you've committed to the practices. So, celebrating you. You know, I like to celebrate. Yeah, so I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Yeah, time. Anyway, she yeah, time is a man-made concept. Okay, so time doesn't really exist, time and space. And she sets really firm boundaries to support herself in achieving what she needs and desires. As I'm going through these, by the way, I want you to have a think about how many days a week, this is in your workbook, how many days a week out of the 7 days, not the 5 working days, does each of these scenarios resonate with you? Because as I said earlier, awareness helps you take back control of your life. Your awareness of what's going on in your life, how you feel in life, is really, really key. It's crucial to you moving forwards. So yeah, so she's in control of her life and destiny. And she's the optimistic frazzled mum is just done with the mundane juggle, overwhelming expectations and stress of mum life. There's so many expectations on mums, and she just wants more downtime and fun. Like, seriously, how hard can it be? How hard can it be to have some fun? Yeah, she just keeps running out of time. And then the relaxed and calm working mum has evidence that when she prioritizes her well-being and self-care, a mindset, she feels calmer, she feels more jovial, and she just is able to create that time. You really do create time, because what you're doing is going back to this first one, you're prioritizing, you've got clarity on what you desire, and you take those steps to bring it into your reality. So it's really about priorities. And then, yeah, so the frazzled working mum has probably read a lot of self-help books, listened to a lot of podcasts and self-development books, but not really anything's changed because it's not specific and bespoke to her life and her unique circumstances. So she still feels stuck. Whereas the relaxed and calm working mum has received bespoke support to learn and integrate mindfulness and mindset practices into her life to regulate her nervous system and to feel in control again. So she thrives, and she's able to role model that to her kids. And the optimistic frazzled working mum finds herself caught up in other people's dramas, worrying about what other people think of her, worrying about what people have said or done, or if she could have done anything differently. And the relaxed and calm working mum knows how to be supportive of others without getting caught up in those dramas and taking the problems on as her own. And she's really good at setting those boundaries, protecting her time and energy. And those firm boundaries actually help improve relationships or help her let them go, which is a sad thing of this journey, it has happened to me. I have had to let some people go, and as in, like, they no longer feel aligned to me. They hold me back. They don't kind of get me, and they don't make me feel good about myself. And I don't want to be with people who don't make me feel good about myself. So yeah. So next thing for you to reflect on, and reflect on this deeper in your workbook, but it's just something to bring to the forefront of your mind now. Oh, thank you. And I'm celebrating you. That's very kind. Yeah, something to reflect on, bring to the forefront, because when you can go back to the reason why you became a mum in the first place every day, especially when you feel frazzled and hectic, this then it actually just helps you navigate those highs and lows. The days that you're really frazzled and hectic are the days that you need to remember your why the most. And then, of course, the other flip side to that is that when you have relaxed and calm mama days, which you will have, you are having them, I'm sure, but you're going to have more of them, is to acknowledge these beautiful days, rather than taking them for granted. Feel those days. Don't we it's getting into that abundance mindset, that gratitude mindset. So for me, becoming a mum, I wanted that unconditional love, the cuddles. I wanted a close-knit family, friendship, deep friendship, somebody, people who knew me really, really well, where we don't always have to speak, to be understood, a team, a little team, and just a feeling of belonging. And having adventures, lots of adventures together and fun together, and just for me to leave a legacy, like for me to continue living through them and then through their children. Like I want to have a really positive impact on their lives and how they live their life. Oh, that is me and my 2 boys, by the way. If you haven't met me before. So about me. It's not about me, it's all about you, but just a little bit about me. So I'm a mum to 2 boys. They're 12 and very, very nearly 8. I've been married to Gary for 14 years in October. I mentioned earlier, I am the Unshakable Mama, which that's like my brand. And that basically means I'm a mindset and manifestation coach, that helps working mums navigate the ups and downs of life. Because I really strongly believe that there is life outside of motherhood. So last year we had a dream, my husband and I, which we brought the boys in on, and they became their dream as well. We completely turned our lives upside down with intention. And moved from Dorset in the south of England to a farmhouse in rural Scotland. And yeah, it was a dream to own land, and we managed it much faster than we intended to. Well, no, not intended to, than we imagined we could. We didn't even know if it was ever going to happen or how it would happen. But that's the beauty of this. When you're really relaxed and you can learn to trust the process, you actually remove the need to know how things are going to happen, and you just let the universe do its thing. And as long as you're taking those intentional aligned action steps towards that thing, it can happen. And sometimes it happens quickly. So I am a massive fan of holistic therapies, yoga, dancing. I love nature. It was a few years ago that I embarked on my journey of soothing my nervous system. I was really anxious. I had a breakdown in 2017. Life got really too much for various reasons. This was even before my husband. This is going to sound really, really bad now, but I say it vaguely, and in a blasé way, because I processed it and I can talk about it. But my husband nearly died of sepsis, and since then, him and our 2 boys have been diagnosed with polycystic kidney disease. So we're dealing with that. We were dealing with house renovations, falling out with neighbours. I had horrendous pregnancies. I had our youngest, on a building site. My nana broke her hip around the time I had a breakdown, and there was just a whole load of stuff going on. And so I was like, I need to rebuild my nervous system. I need to slow down. I need to take back control. And so that's what I started doing. And the only way I could do it was in small bite-sized chunks. Mindfulness, mindset work, my little yoga practices, movement practices, just doing a little bit of what I enjoy, even just sitting and having a cup of tea, setting that boundary to say, right, I'm going to have this cup of tea and I'm not moving until it's gone. And because I hate cold tea. So yeah, it's really is. I know now, I feel it in my soul that it's my purpose to bring more love and light to the world for our children, and future generations. I want have this desire deep inside me to make the world a better place for our children. And I really believe that this starts with mums learning to regulate ourselves and then create that ripple effect into the wider world. When we feel unshakable and we can manifest our dreams, live our best lives, and lead the way for our children to live theirs. So yeah, that's me. So why is it so important to yourself and your family to be able to relax? And how does it impact your days and your children, your husband, your friends, extended family, when you're not feeling calm and relaxed? Now, these are questions in your workbook, but I know that you already know the answers to this, to be honest. I've tricked you. I've told you I'm going to tell you the importance, and then now I'm telling you, no, you already know. But you do know. But I think the thing is that with the frazzled working mum, you don't necessarily always know how to make it happen, how to integrate it into your days. So yeah, write it in the chat. Why is it so important? And then reflect later on how it impacts your days when you're not feeling calm and relaxed. Because for me, I know that if I'm not in a good state of mind, it has a massive impact on everyone around me. It has an impact on my kids and how I'm more snappy with them, more snappy with my husband. I feel more tired. I feel less willing, or I want to be on my own more. I don't want to spend time with them. Oh yes, you say, it's important to be more present and connected to my children and husband. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You have, and I can be the mum I want to be, calm, connected, and optimistic. Yeah, definitely. It just has a really massive impact. It's just a matter of struggling to actually be able to relax. So we will cover that, don't worry. In how you can start to integrate more relaxation into your life. So some of the other benefits then of relaxing, the more physiological aspects, it improves your brain function and memory. To get rid of that brain fog. It helps you actually think more clearly. Reduces mental fatigue, which contributes to your physical exhaustion. So you feel like you're tired all the time, but actually a lot of that isn't physical exhaustion. It is the fact that we're holding on and we're trying to remember so many things. We've got so many cogs whirring, so many pieces of the puzzle to fit together every day. The logistics of the kids and who needs to be where and who needs what, and then the work and getting to work. And I used to arrive at work at my desk when I was employed and working in an office, feeling like I'd done a day's work before. All I'd done was get the boys ready for school and nursery and drop them at their 2 spots and cross town in the traffic. And I was just like, oh my God, I just feel exhausted. It reduces your likelihood of depression, anxiety, and obesity. So depression wise, it really helps with this emotional regulation and nervous system regulation, and by being able to navigate your way through life rather than being dragged down in the pits, you're able to sort of keep more of an even keel. And then that goes with anxiety as well, and obesity. When we are anxious, depressed, we tend to emotionally eat and drink. Who here has had a glass of wine or an alcoholic drink because you just want to take the edge off the day? Yeah. I seem to have just put my hand up. I don't know how I've done that. So you say guilty of that. Yeah, but you don't have to feel guilty of that. It's what we do because it's how we cope. It's a coping mechanism. But actually what I've Good. Yeah, don't worry, I don't. It's a coping mechanism. And what I've learned is actually the more I am soothing my nervous system, I don't actually need to drink. I would much rather have a cup of tea in the evening these days than a glass of wine. And my husband really finds that annoying because, yeah, because he wants to have a drink with me. But I'm like, I don't fancy it. Yeah, so manages your stress, helps you manage your stress levels, boosts your immune system, and helps you dodge all the colds and viruses going around. Slows your heart rate, helps blood pressure, helps to repair cells in your body. It helps to reduce inflammation. So many illnesses and diseases, dis-ease, as in dysregulated. I buy things online, even lots of things on Vinted. It's like a little boost, but can be impulsive and unnecessary. So that's your coping mechanism, is it? That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, it's very many illnesses are autoimmune, and when we can regulate our nervous system, it actually helps to reduce that inflammation, which can then help to ease the autoimmune diseases and illnesses that cause inflammation. So you see that being in a state of relaxation and calm supports you holistically in mind, body, and soul. And your children need a healthy mum to love, care, and nurture for them. Yeah, I realized this when I was saying earlier about like me snapping at the boys more if I'm feeling anxious or stressed. I realized when I became calmer, when I was prioritizing my practices first thing in the morning, that school runs became less stressed. The boys were better behaved. They weren't misbehaving at all, really. They were just mirroring my mood, my emotions. And what actually started to happen was they started doing things without me barking orders at them. Like they suddenly felt empowered to do stuff. It was really interesting. So based on, this is the question in your workbook, but based on the benefits of feeling relaxed and calm, does prioritizing your needs, self-care, well-being, dreams, and desires still feel selfish? It's a very interesting one to reflect on. So how do you relax guilt-free, and even when your kids are around? Because the thing is, our kids often are around. And that's a common thought process that mums have, is like, well, I can't do anything now, I can't do my self-care because the kids are around. But actually, when they're around, again, it's you role modeling the importance of relaxation. It's you teaching them how to regulate their own emotions and nervous system. So it's really important that you do practice with the kids around, so they can either join in, watch, or just respect that you're doing it and enjoying it and practicing, and you've set that boundary. So as I say here, it's all about priorities and boundaries. You have to decide that you want to do it. I said earlier, it's simple, but it's more about the commitment and the choice that you're making. And then the boundaries being about you actually communicating, excuse me, communicating with your family that you want to do this and that you're going to do this, and what you need from them to support you. So like, well, mum will be, I'm just gonna, relax for a few minutes. I'll be with you after that, but I'm just going to spend a couple of minutes just relaxing because I'm really tired. And the more so you have to just start somewhere, and you start small, because this is how things become a habit and they become part of your routine. And then the more you relax, the calmer you'll feel. The more you relax and practice mindfulness, mindset, and manifestation practices, the more you'll want to do it, because you're seeing the benefits in it. That said, you won't always want to do it or feel bothered. And if you don't practice, you do notice, though, the difference in your mood and how you interact with others. And you won't like this feeling. So you'll start practicing again. It might take a little while to get to that point. And you might be like, whoop, 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 like a bit like more up and down. But as I said, the name of the game is to get to this more stable kind of even keel. So I want to teach you an exercise that I teach my lovely clients, which just, again, it's really simple. 1 minute stillness. And all I want you to do, invite you to do, is I was going to set my timer. I love a timer. If you've worked with me before, you will know I love a timer. And the reason I love a timer is because it means that you don't have to worry about becoming late and having to rush and undoing all your hard work, for example. So yeah, so if your kids are around, you can do this with them, or you just say, look, mum just needs to do this because I need to recharge my batteries. Do you want to join me? If not, if you don't want to join me, I'll be with you in a minute. But for now, I'm just going to sit with my eyes closed. So this really is a good start to boundary setting. And then, so you just have to train your mind, and it will feel uncomfortable to begin with. It will feel uncomfortable. Sitting in the stillness, and your mind will be all over the place, like, but I've got to do this, I've got to do that. And you'll just have to give yourself permission that you don't have to do anything or be anywhere right now. I don't know how to get my hand down. I don't know, can you see my hand? I don't know. Right, so I'm going to set a timer, and I invite you just to literally just sit with your eyes closed. Do not worry what comes up. It's only a minute, and you'll see how quickly a minute goes. Okay, here goes. Just close your eyes and just breathe naturally. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm just going to let you breathe, and let's do it. Okay. That's a minute up. So it's really not very long. So one of your I can't talk now. I feel relaxed. I feel really relaxed and really calm. And it was so quick. With time, you can actually you get comfortable with that 1 minute, and you can start to increase the amount of time. But it's something that so many of us mums struggle with. We just can't. We can't relax. But everyone can relax. Everyone can relax. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh yes, in your workbook. In your workbook, you've got some light reflection just to reflect on how that felt. So optimistic versus frazzled mama. In your workbook, there are some scenarios. And again, awareness is really key. And awareness means you can choose how to live, where to make changes, where you need to make changes in your life, and where you need to regain control. So I was going to go through them with you, but actually I think I'll leave you to do that because I've just noticed the time. But basically, as you go through them, I would like you to invite you to put a tick underneath the mama, whether that you most relate to for each scenario. So do you most relate to the optimistic, frazzled working mama or the relaxed and calm working mum? And then count the ticks at the end to total that and see where you are. You know, it's quite likely that you're optimistic, frazzled working mama at the moment, which is where you are right now, and that's absolutely fine. And yeah, just write on the in the workbook. You know, on the whole, I am. On most days, I am the optimistic, frazzled working mum or the relaxed and calm working mum. But it's about kind of her mind, the mindset between the two, and how you can see. I'll give you just one example. Like, for example, scenario one is that the optimistic, frazzled working mum books her diary solid and adds too much, way too much to her to-do list every day. So she's on the go all the time. And the relaxed and calm working mama creates space in her days to relax. Basically, she doesn't book as much in her days. So she actually can relax and recharge, or she's got time, she's got like that buffer time to deal with the inevitable and unexpected things that happen in the day, such as sick children or a teacher training day or teacher strikes or something like that. And so, I mean, I used to book my diary solid, and I'd think, right, well, okay, I'm going here in the morning, so actually I could go there on the way home, and oh, while I'm at it, I might as well just pop in there. And before I knew it, like I was just like a mess, like just literally rushing around and always thinking about the next thing, rather than actually being present in the thing, that in the activity, at the place, with the people I was with. So I made a pact with myself when I had my second child. I decided that I was only going to make one plan a week. A day. One plan a day. And then I was massaging. I used to be a massage therapist. I was working evenings. So I used to work Monday and Tuesday evenings as definite, sometimes Wednesdays as well. So I knew that if I was working the 3 nights, I wouldn't have any social plans that week. Or I'd like have a social plan in the day if I could. So I actually had some downtime in the evenings. Otherwise it was just too crazy. So that kind of thing. So just thing is, again, it's boundary setting. So go through that and just have a look and see where you are. And if you go through it on this workshop, then let me know where you are. And so we're going to practice, getting to our practices now. So these are like my absolute go-to quick and simple mindfulness practices to integrate into your days for instant calm and control, even on the craziest of days, and especially on the craziest of days. And they only take a minute or two. And the beauty is that you can literally do them anywhere. You can tweak them according to where you are, what you're doing. So we're going to, are you both okay for time, by the way? Can you just let me know in the chat? You need to put yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll send you the replay, Katie, and then are you good to stay? Okay, that's fine. 10 more minutes. Well, we can yeah, send you the replay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So you can practice these on the replay. So breathe, and you're very welcome. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. Thanks for joining. So we're going to breathe and then move, and then connect to our feelings. So let's practice connecting to our breath. I'm going to put a 1-minute timer on again, and we're going to breathe in for 3 or 4 and out 4, 6, or 8. So here goes. And again, we'll just do it in silence. Okay, that's a minute up. So yeah, so you can do this breath either with your eyes open or eyes closed. You don't necessarily have to do it just sat. I've done it sat at the dinner table before when dinner was a little bit frantic with the boys and with Gary. Yeah, I was like, oh, I just need to do my breath. And again, it's boundaries and it's communicating what you need. Like, I just need to calm. I need to calm down right now. I'm feeling a bit like, ah. Yeah, so that's that one. And there's in your workbook, you can just journal a little bit about how you felt afterwards. So that's a really simple tool that you can pull out of your toolbox when you need to. So the next one is to move. We've already done a shakeout, so you can either do this with some music on. Again, you can do it wherever. You can do it when you're hanging the washing out, have a little dance. You can do it sat when you're in the car. You can do it again in the news at work if you're having a frantic day. You can do it while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, while you're cleaning your teeth. You can just do it anywhere you need to, and it is a tool. And I dance around the supermarket. So it brings you back into your body and into the present. It's an instant de-stressor and mood booster, and it just really shifts your energy, especially if you're feeling funky. So let's just move. So when I say move, you can either dance or you can just sway or just move in any way that your body wants to move. So let's do it for a minute. Is a minute up again. And it really doesn't take very long. And you probably heard my body clicking and crunching all over the place. You can do it for, high energy or nice and slow and calm, whatever you're feeling, whatever mood you're in. And then we've got feeling. So how do I desire to feel? How do I feel? How do I desire to feel? And one of my absolute favorites is before I even open my eyes in the morning, I ask myself, how am I feeling right now? And how do I want to feel today? Because it's taken you back to that awareness. It's helping you regulate your emotions, helping you understand that actually you have got some power in how you move through your day. And that's not to say that you will, you will definitely keep that vibe throughout the day, because things will happen that try and throw you off course. But you're able, if you can keep checking in with yourself, it's just really, really helpful. How am I feeling? How did I want to feel this morning? You get to bed, like, okay, how do I feel now? How did I want to feel this morning? Have I achieved that? And it's just such a powerful mindfulness thing. My ladies in Unshakable Mama, in my program, have got an emotions tracker that I invite them to fill out every morning, to just to help them keep track. And then you can spot patterns as well. And like, so I knew that on a certain day of the week, I always woke up feeling really like meh, because that particular day I didn't want to be doing the thing I needed to be doing. So I started looking at, okay, well, how can I actually bring more joy to this particular day? Like, how can I bring in more gratitude and appreciation for this thing that I need to be doing? And yeah, it's like, as I said, really powerful awareness. So how do Kiki, just head off whenever you need to, my love. That's fine, and I'm just going to keep talking. And I'll send you the replay. So how do these practices move you closer to your dreams? So I realized that the only way is to start integrating small, frequent acts of self-care into my day, so they become new habits, as I've said, and they help pack my kids' lunchboxes next to you. Cool. Yeah. So when I started prioritizing my well-being, I felt like the luckiest girl on earth every day. I suddenly started feeling really grateful for all these things, and I was appreciative of all the things. I felt present, that I could. It's like, it's such stupid things like, oh, my husband's oiled this door, it doesn't squeak anymore. Oh, thank you, Gary. Or, it's just really ridiculous things, but it's like, wow. And then all these little things build up and add up. And I realized that in order to actually bring my dreams to reality, I needed to be calm, but I also needed to believe that they were possible and waiting for me. And the calmer you feel, and this law of attraction, things come your way when you're in a positive frame of mind or an aware state of mind. Things do start to happen, and again, you start to receive that evidence that things are happening for you and that the universe has your back. And I became more abundant, and the happier I felt, the more grateful I felt for everything in my life, the stronger I felt, the more confident I felt. And I started being able to deal with those unexpected challenges that life threw at me daily, such as, temper tantrums and hospital visits, getting, those calls from school or nursery. I had my son cut his chin open. I had to take him down to A&E to have him stitched up, and stuff, all this random stuff, poorly cats and vets visits, punctured tires, all of those things. They're not going to stop happening, but you can start to deal with them. And I really believe that we don't need to attend yoga or meditation classes if we feel like they're a chore to get to. I don't believe in us putting extra stress and burden on ourselves when life already feels like a strain. Like, I love a yoga class, don't get me wrong. I love a meditation class. However, it is difficult sometimes to find that hour or two to work out the logistics to actually make it happen for us. So then we're like, oh, I didn't make it again for the third week running, and now I feel really bad and guilty, or I should have gone. But actually, like, we don't need those things to make us feel good about ourselves. You know, we have the ability to feel empowered in ourselves, to feel our best and most grateful in life every day by practicing mindfulness and mindset and manifestation practices little and often through our days, like those moments of breath work, those moments of movement, those the mind, just the, you know, checking in with yourself, learning to relax, the stillness, just little and often. So I promised you I was going to tell you how I managed to wangle my 11-day solo trip to Mauritius back in March, and how we moved to Scotland. So how do we bring dreams to reality? Like my husband and I, we're constantly bringing dreams to reality, whether it's, well, I'll tell you about it in a minute, but the truth is it doesn't actually happen overnight. But the trust that it will happen when it's meant to be is crucial. So it really is about committing to a journey of mindfulness and mindset practices. It's that commitment again. It's about taking those baby action steps and holding the vision, holding the bigger vision, and releasing the how and the when. So it may happen in 2 months. It may happen in 10 years. It may happen 50 years, but it may never happen. But that's because it's not meant for you. And that something else, the universe has got a different plan for you. So okay, so I'll start with Scotland. That's on my notes first. So we moved to Scotland in 2 months, but it was actually a series of events that we had no idea would align to our actual move. So the first thing I've mentioned already, but Gary almost dying of sepsis made us realize how short life is and how we want to live with no regrets. And then my difficult decision to release and let go of my really successful massage business that I'd spent years building up. It was once a dream for me, which I made happen. I brought it to life. But I needed to realign. I wanted to realign my work-life balance and our family time. And I started working remotely, part-time, for my old boss in order to replace my massage income. However, that then meant that I had the freedom to work from anywhere, but I didn't know that at the time. So now I work for him still in Scotland part-time. There were several changes in Gary's career, like difficult choices as well, like career and salary, and I'm talking pay rises, pay reductions, walking away from potentially very lucrative offers, such as being a shareholder and stuff, because it didn't feel aligned. But actually, if he would have been stuck still there, kind of thing. So making occasional overpayments on our mortgage when we can, and really importantly, telling everybody that we have a dream to move to Scotland and then land somewhere. I really don't believe in secret wishes, because when you tell people about what you want, what you desire, it holds you accountable and it states your intention to the universe. I encourage my boys to share their wishes, like when they blow out a candle on a cake, for example, like, you know, share it. What did you wish for? It's more likely to come true. And then me visualizing, like holding the vision every day of me standing with my morning coffee with a view of the mountains and green, which is now the view that we have from multiple windows in our house, which is incredible. So it was literally like a domino effect, that we didn't actually know how it was going to pan out or what was in store. But then when we actually went to move, it happened really quickly because everything was aligned. And then with regards to my trip to Mauritius, I decided that I wanted to visit my lovely friend, and who lives out there, and I set the intention that it would happen at some point this year. So I communicated my desires with Gary. I spoke to my friend about it. I looked for flights and accommodation. and prices to like fact find. So again, this all sounds really simple. We discussed the finances, and we don't have the money for me to go to Mauritius. So we reallocated some money, which I'm now paying back. Like, there is always a way if you really want to do something. It had been years of me soul searching to feel worthy enough of spending that money on myself. And actually, the reality was it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be. And I asked Gary for support with the boys, for the school runs and, you know, dinners and bedtimes and all of that stuff. And yeah, I admit it's easier because he works from home now as well. But if we were still living in Poole and Dorset, then there could have been a way. If I really wanted to make it happen, I would have asked friends, family for support with the school runs and, you know, that kind of thing. Gary might have had to take some time off. I might have had to cut my trip a bit shorter. Who knows? But there would have been a way, if it was meant to be at that point. And I visualized myself on the plane and I had a wonderful time. It was such an amazing holiday. It was a working holiday, but it was great. So that is how, you know, that's how we've brought dreams to life. That's just a couple of big examples that I've specifically been asked about lately. But we've been constantly aligning and taking action and believing that there's more available to us, holding that vision while still feeling super grateful for the life that we already have, the house that we already have, feeling proud of everything we've achieved, and trusting that we and being open, trusting that what will be, and just being open to new possibilities and finding solutions to things we weren't happy with, not being people that stand there moaning and being in victim mode. We're like, okay, well, actually, we don't like that, so let's do this instead, or, you know, let's make a change here, and just taking opportunities that feel good to us. And the foundation to all of it is knowing how to relax, to live a calm life, to live life calmly, mindfully, and intentionally with a nervous system that's regulated. And knowing that we are always in control of how we respond to life's challenging situations and people. And knowing that everything that Gary and I do is from a place of love, and it doesn't hurt others, or not intentionally. Like, because what we are doing, we feel it's coming from love, for ourselves, for our children. And that if people get triggered by our decisions, then actually the part of the mindset piece is knowing that it's on them to regulate themselves. Like, if someone gets triggered by your actions, that's not your responsibility to deal with, it's theirs. And just staying in our lane to live our best life, because we are the ones who will suffer if we don't. We are the ones who will suffer if we don't. So you'll find some dream related questions in your workbook to reflect or journal on. And to summarize them, the relaxed and calm mama is unshakable. She gets to have it all, although not all at once, and only when the time is right. She feels proud of herself and her family. She enjoys a peaceful, fun-filled life, family life, and a fulfilling work life. She creates time for her mindfulness and mindset practices, creates space to achieve her dreams and desires, because she knows how important it is for herself, her family, and her children. She attracts and she finds the money she needs. She believes that there is always a way. Where there's a will. Where there's a will, there's a way. I said it the wrong way around. And she manifests abundance and freedom to live her best life from a place of calm presence, strength, and confidence. Calm presence, calm strength, and calm confidence. And She gets to role model all of the above to her children, so they live their happiest and healthiest lives. And what mum doesn't want that for their children? Like, throughout my work as coach, the biggest thing that mums always tell me is that they want their children to be happy and healthy. And you can achieve that by making sure you're happy and healthy. So this brings me to a close. So I hope you've found lots of value in this workshop and you feel you've received some mindset shifts, some alternative perspectives, and been given some simple tools to help you feel relaxed, calm, and in control. Those tools are just a drop in the ocean compared to the tools that I have in my toolbox, but they were my go-tos. They still are my go-tos, but they were the ones that really, really shifted my perspective on life and really regulated my own nervous system to help me feel calm and in control of my life. Same here, they're really effective there. I'm really, really pleased to hear that. and it's always good to practice them. Like, even it doesn't matter how many times you practice them, it's always good to practice them, because you will always feel different. We just need them all the time. So I mentioned at the beginning that you'll have you got any questions for those of you live? No questions. Cool. So if you are watching the replay and you've got some questions, then feel free to get in touch with me. You can DM me. That's absolutely fine. Or just email me and I'll be happy to answer your questions. And you want no questions, you know quite a bit already. That's amazing. That's because we've been working together and you know my my mojo. So yeah, that's brilliant. So so I mentioned at the beginning that you'd have an opportunity to find out more about how you can truly integrate these mindfulness and mindset and manifestation practices into your routine to move closer to what your heart desires. The big things and the small things. It could be as simple as some new shoes or a new car. It could be even smaller than that. Just the fact that you want a calm school morning, or that you want a day without your kids having a tantrum, or you just want to feel calm even though stuff happens in the day that you would usually send you into a spin. So yes, I was going to tell you about my 8-week program, Unshakeable Mama, which is a mindful journey to abundance and freedom. So I'll share more now. So this diagram here, this graphic here, is the journey that I take you on during the 8-week Unshakeable Mama journey. So if you're ready to receive the support and encouragement you need to feel unshakable and to feel celebrated, to work through your challenges in life, your struggles, and find your people who see you exactly for the amazing woman that you are. You are incredible already. But I just know that there's more that you deserve, that you desire. And so people, find your people who want to see you thrive, grow and thrive. Then hang around a little bit longer and I'll tell you about it. If you are watching the replay, watching live now, and you feel called to leave or you need to leave, then thank you so much for joining me, for your time. It's been my absolute pleasure. I will touch base with you in the next few days because I'd love to receive your feedback and hear what your takeaways are from this workshop. This is my life's work. This, as I said before, this is my journey to becoming the Unshakable Mama, where life doesn't get me down. And it would mean the world to me to hear what your thoughts are, good or bad. So thank you for joining me if you're heading off now. But yeah, so I have a truth bomb for you. You have a responsibility to commit to yourself if you want to feel your calmest self, live your happiest days, feel abundant in all areas of life, and feel freedom. And when I say freedom, I mean freedom from the hustle and bustle of life, from the mundane, freedom from the grind, freedom from your limiting beliefs, freedom from feeling like you're not achieving in the day, freedom to work wherever you want to work, to travel to wherever you want to travel, to live wherever you want to live, and financial freedom. Again, law of attraction, abundance and gratitude mindset helps you bring in more, helps you attract more of what it is that you're calling in. So whether that is time, whether that's money, and it helps you live a life of freedom where you feel, you feel that you're actually living life on your terms. And as a mum, you have a responsibility to your children to role model and teach them to do the same. You want to break cycles now. You don't want your kids, I don't want my boys to go through the same mindset constraints that I've been through, the same struggles I've had with, I've been on a massive healing journey of from my childhood, for lots of different reasons, from different traumas, and traumas are, they can be big or small. I used to think there had to be something massive, like, somebody dying or a car crash, or I don't know, just massive things that really, really impact your life. But a trauma can be anything. A trauma can be, if it's something that isn't aligned to you and it's something that doesn't make you feel in your highest good, it's traumatic. It can be traumatic. So yeah, I've had to sort of regulate that and heal from those things. So yeah, and I don't want my boys to have to go through the same kind of healing journey. I want them to know how to heal themselves. And I'm going to take you through the steps now of the relaxed, calm mama who feels in control and makes life happen for you. Because this is actually what the universe desires for you. But you're actually going to step into the unshakable mama. You're going to step through the relaxed and calm mama into unshakability when you work in this program with me. So the first step is to connect. This is all about connecting with your confidence, your values, priorities, and deepest desires. So you stop living on autopilot. We've already talked about that today, that we live on autopilot, and you become open to new perspectives, opportunities, and ways of living. There is so much out there for you. And when you can navigate that mind trying to keep you stuck, trying to keep you safe, and you step into your out of your comfort zone, life happens for you. So this is the what and the why piece of your journey. So this is getting really clear on your priorities, what you want in life, why you want it in life, what it means to you, how it aligns with your values, because we all have our own values, our unique values. And step 2 is align. So you're aligning your thoughts with your actions and the environment that you are in and the people that you surround yourself with by so you can reclaim control over your time, so that you can bring your desires to reality by setting clear, healthy habits and boundaries that will support and empower you. Because we waste so much time getting caught up in drama and gossip and small talk. And these are all the things you need to consider. Like, you need to align, like, it's that small talk with these school mums, like, do they actually, are they bringing, what value are they bringing to me in my life? Or what that conversation that I've just had with somebody, yeah, I can be supportive, but actually I need to remove myself from this problem. It's not my problem. I can be supportive, but I've got my own problems to deal with, and I will lend what I can. I will give my advice. yeah. Yeah. So this is the how, the boundaries. This is how you make your nervous system regulated. It's how you feel calm, how you create time, how you bring your dreams to life. And then step 3 is liberate. Liberate yourself by learning to soothe your nervous system slowly and sustainably. So you're creating, cultivating inner peace. You're finding gratitude all around you. You're freeing yourself from the chaos, the drama, the stress, the overwhelm of working mum life. And it's all possible through practicing these mindfulness practices and then learning this toolbox that you can just pluck out when you need them. You have to practice on the good days, so they just come to you naturally on the bad days. And this is the piece of the journey that helps you love what you already have in life and who you already are. Because there's so much to love already, really, really is. And then manifest, step 4. It's all about manifesting your dreams and desires by raising your vibration and keeping your vibration high through the power of your calm nervous system, your regulated emotions, and by living with intention and staying focused on your vision, stepping into who you're here to be, becoming that person, embodying that person. How does that person feel when how does your future version of yourself feel when you've actually achieved that dream? Who is she? What does she wear? How does she behave? How does she talk? How does she interact with other people? How confident is she? And you're just building, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. And when you can align all of these steps, you become the unshakable mama. You become the mama who gets to have it all and feel proud. You have that calm presence, calm strength, and calm confidence to really live your best life. And the best thing is that it only takes you a few minutes a day. It can take you as little, as long as you like, but I have ladies who spend just a few minutes on it. And I've had other ladies who have spent longer journaling and they've had amazing results, but they've crashed. And I've been telling them the whole time, like, you need to pull back. This needs to be sustainable. So now they're just picking up the practice again. So it is all about, as I've said, those little and often short and sweet practices at varying points throughout your day. And it's about teaching you a breathwork practice, a mindfulness practice, what I call self-care seeds audio, which have been very popular. That's all the mindset work that you can just listen to as you're going about your day. And a movement practice and a journal or reflection prompt for the day, and an affirmation just to help you stay focused, just to give you some focus. And it's just really incredible, the results that we've had, such as, calmer school mornings. We've had new jobs. We've had all sorts of incredible results, like more romance, moving houses, suddenly coming into some money that wasn't expected, finding new houses, even though they can't move there just yet, but it's suddenly on the vision board. And lots of weird little synchronicities in life, like being able to meet up with friends again, or thinking, oh, but I'd love to meet up with that person, and then that person texting them the next day, and then meeting up because they're realizing that actually they've become disconnected from things that are important, such as spending time with family and friends. Husbands buying flowers, and being able to leave work earlier instead of being late home. because she's realized that actually she's missing out on family time, and the evenings become stressful. Bedtime, dinner becomes stressful. There's just loads of little tiny things, loads of little tiny life-changing moments that snowball to create that big impact and help you connect, align, liberate yourself, and manifest your dreams and feel calm and unshakable. And it is so simple. It's so simple. So we are starting the next round of Unshakeable Mama on the 17th of June. And you are invited to join me. It is an 8-week program. You get 5 days on and then 2 days to integrate. You can find the time to do it because, as I've said, I will help guide you and help you integrate it into your days. You will find times a day that work for you. You'll find bits of routine. So, for example, Katerina, who's on this call today, she, hope you don't mind me sharing this, she used to listen to the self-care audios, the podcast as like a podcast on the school run, on the nursery run, on the way home after dropping the kids, and that became her daily routine. And other mums would practice the mindful movement with the kids before bedtime, and it became a family thing. So again, you're practicing that self-care, you're bringing that in, and you're sharing that with your family, and everyone benefits from it. So it just takes 10-15 minutes a day. So we start on the 17th of June. It does slightly overlap with the school holidays, which is fine because it means that you've got the tools to cope with the school holidays, and then you've got my support in the first few weeks of the school holidays, because I know school holidays are a massive juggle for working mums. And the very good news is that I operate, because I want to make this work accessible to as many people as possible. I operate on a sliding scale, price-wise. So for the group, for self-paced option, so you get the Facebook group support, and I do lives in there to answer your questions. You've got all of the practices in there. You get daily emails as well as prompts. It starts from £111, and you can actually pay what you can within the price range. And then there's a one-to-one option as well, which starts from £377. And again, it's on a sliding scale, so you pay what you can, what you feel it's worth to you. So if you've got any questions at all about Unshakeable Mama, then do let me know. As I said, DM me. I could probably tell you more about that, but yeah, you can either DM me or you can email me. I'm happy to get on a call with you. Oh, and Katerina says it really is so simple, and again, effective. Simple and effective. Yeah, it is simple and effective, but it's just a practice, and it helps you. The idea of it's a bit repetitive. We do 4 weeks of connect, align, liberate, and manifest, and then we go again, connect, align, liberate, and manifest. Different practices, but same journal prompts and same kind of themes, just to really integrate it in. But it is repetition. Like, I've had coaching before where my coach has said the same thing to me a million times, and then just one day it just lands, and I'm like, okay, yeah, mindset shift, takeaway. and suddenly, like, I really make the change. It makes a massive difference. I'm happy to jump on a call with you as well. The links to book your call, or if you want to actually join, is in the workbook. I didn't quite manage to get my website sorted, but that's fine. This is ditching perfection and embracing imperfection and better It's better imperfect than not done at all. So yeah, just working, you have to work your way around, find solutions based on what time you have available, what resources you have available in life. You agree? Yeah. um, so yeah, so that brings me to a proper close. That was quite a lot longer than I was anticipating. So thank you for staying with me. It's been my absolute pleasure to share this with you. I've obviously got 44 years of wisdom to share with you. Packed into the last, oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Packed into the last hour and a half. So my parting message for you is a calm mum with a soothed nervous system is a mum who manifests her dreams. A calm mum with a soothed nervous system is a mum who manifests her dreams. It is so true. I'm living proof of that. I'm not even going to stop here. I'm just scratching the edge now. Like my next level is waiting for me. I'm now going through the next level of challenges because my dreams, my once dreams, have become my current reality. And now there's the next, the next hurdles to get through to make the next things happen. But I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. I'm not going to stop because I'm going to get to my deathbed with no regrets. There was this, I just remember this meme I saw years ago. It's like, I'm going to get to my grave with a glass of champagne in one hand and, I don't know, a chocolate bar in the other, I think it was, or something like that. It's like saying, whoa, girls, what a ride. That's going to be me. That is going to be me. It's all about the journey. It's all about the process. Enjoy. And if you want to step into your next level, if you want to feel super relaxed, super calm and unshakable, then Unshakable Mama is your next step. I am sending you so much love. Thank you so much for joining me and for watching. And I will speak to you really soon. Take care.